Hi, students. For about the next week and a half, I think, maybe 10 days or so, not quite a week's worth of assignment, but a week and a half, we're going to be working on a Cape Cod project. And I can break this down for you in three parts, and we'll try to go over each one of those parts a little bit. Part number one is going to be research. Part number two is going to be picking an app or a platform on how you're going to show your research. And then part three is going to be putting it all together. So the slideshow you're going to use is the one that we see here. It's called Cape Cod, How Did It Form and How is it Changing? So let's take a quick look at what is on this slide that will be of help to you. And I want to start off with part number one, which is research. So if I start scrolling through the slide here, slideshow, notice there's a couple slides in the beginning, and then we get to slide number 4. Notice it says resources here. Notice that it says, how did Cape Cod form? And you've got a bunch here, like 5 resources to go to. Highly encourage that you look at some of them. And then the next slide, notice that it still has resources here. Has 1, 2, 3 more. And notice the title here is, How is Cape Cod Changing? And then if you go on to the next slide, you've got a ton more of random resources all about Cape Cod, either how it was formed or how it's changing today. And then after that, you've got even more. Wow. Okay. So basically, what you should know is just by looking at these slides with all of the resources is you don't have to go anywhere to Google and look for your own stuff. I've done it for you. Mr. Meckling has helped with this as well. So you've got everything that you need right in these 4 slides, and there's tons. You don't need to go look anywhere else. Now, when we're talking about how did Cape Cod form, I want you to think about for a minute, how did it form? And if you said glaciers, you're absolutely right. And we've been just studying about glaciers. And in fact, that's the reason we studied about glaciers. And then if we think about how is Cape Cod continuing to change now, the glaciers made Cape Cod, but it's still changing, especially at its coastlines. What's doing that? And if you said weathering, erosion, and deposition, by probably what? And if you said by wind or waves, water, you're absolutely right. That's how it continues to change. And interestingly enough, there are parts of the Cape that are changing by getting smaller. They're eroding away. And there's also parts of the Cape that are changing by getting bigger. They're through deposition, through sand being carried along in currents. And that actually, there's another word for that. It's called accretion. So that's what you're going to discover as you do this research. So research is number 1, and you have 4 slides that we just looked at to go through the research with. And now I want to go to number 2. Item number 2 would be to pick your presentation platform, your app. Are you going to make a slideshow, which is typically what I do? Are you going to do an iMovie? Are you going to do, I don't know, a Powtoon or something? And what is wonderful here is that Ms. Purtle has made this assignment choice board with all these choices besides the ones. You can do anything you want, but if you're not sure what you want to do and you want to try something different, go to this choice board, and you're supposed to be able to click it once and click it again, and then it's supposed to come up. And I don't see that that's happening. So, oh, that's weird. Okay, there it is. All right. So if you want to do this, whatever I picked up, I didn't even see what I did here. Oh, yeah. Okay, picto chart. So if you want to do that, read about it and do it. So you can do anything you want. And then I think I'm out of time for this free video. So I'm going to stop here. And I am going to continue on another slide. Oh, how fun and exciting.